Welcome to Module 2. In Module 1, you learn how to enter a room. Bonjour. How to leave it. Au revoir. How to say who you are. Je m'appelle. And the big social rule, tu versus vous. That was all about code. How to behave. How to show respect. Module 2 is different. Module 2 gives you the bricks. Because right now, you can say hello and introduce yourself. But you can't say your age. You can't say what day it is. You can't describe the red car or say you have 2 brothers. You have the manners, but not the material. That's what vocabulary is, the material. Le vocabulaire, c'est l'essentiel de la communication. Vocabulary is the key to communication. Here's what we'll cover in Module 2. 5 core pieces. First, numbers 0 to 100. Your age, prices, phone numbers. You can't function without them. Second, days, months, and dates. So you can make plans and understand when things happen. Third, colors and common adjectives. Big, small, red, beautiful. How you describe the word. Fourth, family and relationships. Mon père, ma mère, et mes frères. Because people will ask. Fifth, everyday objects. Lo stylo, lo table, lo liver. The stuff around you every day. At the end, we put it together. You'll be able to say your age, give the date, describe people, and talk about family. One rule for all of it, learn every noun with its gender. Lo or law? Always. Let's start with the foundation, numbers 0 to 10. Here's why numbers 0 to 10 are the foundation of everything else in French. You need to know them automatically, without translating in your head, because every other number, every price, every age, every date built on these 10. We start with 0, pronounced 0. Then on, this one is nasal and uses that rounded lip you sound we learned in Module 1, not wo. Do is a da. Trois is a trois. Kata is quatre. Now pay attention to the next 3 because they trip people up. Cinq is cinq. The Q at the end is pronounced, so it's not sinner like in English. 6 is six. The X sounds like an S, not KS. September is set. Hewitt is wheat. Noof is enough. And Dix is this. Numbers 11 to 20 are where French stops being predictable and forces you to memorize. Ons is vons, douze is douze, treize is tres, quatorze is quatorze, quinze is quinze, and six is ses. Those 6 numbers, 11 through 16, have no obvious pattern and you simply have to learn them by heart. But at 17 the logic returns. Dixsept is 17 and literally means 10-7. Dixhuit is 18 for 10-8. Dixneuf is 19 for 10-9. So 17, 18, and 19 follow a clear 10 plus number pattern that makes them easy once you spot it. Then we reach 20, which is vingt, pronounced van. The G and T at the end are completely silent, and the vowel is nasal, so it sounds like the English word van said through your nose. The key point on this slide is the pattern break. You memorize 11 to 16 as individual words, then 17 to 19 becomes simple math, Dix plus sept, Hewitt, or Noof. Once you have vingt down, you're ready for the 20s, 30s, and beyond, because they all reuse the numbers 1 to 9 that you already learned. After vingt, Friend gets logical again and the pattern stays clean all the way to 69. Vingt-et-un is 21 for 21, and notice we use et only for 21, 31, 41, 51, and 61. After that, we drop the VT. So vingt-deux is a vingt-deux for 22, vingt-trois is a vingt-trois for 23, and you continue all the way to vingt-neuf, vingt-neuf for 29. Then we hit trente, trente for 30. 31 is 31, 32 is 32, and it keeps rolling. 40 is 40, 440. 50 is 50, 450. And 60 is 60, 460. The rule is simple. Tens word plus single digits 1 to 9. So 69 is 69, 469. The key pattern to lock in is that ET appears only with ET on 21, 31, 41, 51, 61. Every other number just connects the tens and units with a hyphen when written, and you say them straight through. This is where French does math instead of giving you new words. 70 isn't a new word. It's 70, literally 60-10. So 70 is SWS. Then you keep counting. 60 ET ons is 71, SWS ions, and yes, the ET comes back for 71. 72 is 72, 73 is 73, all the way to 79 for 79, SWS 9. The days of the week in French are straightforward once you hear them, and you'll use them daily. We start with lundi for Monday, pronounced lundi. Then mardi for Tuesday, mardi. Mercredi is Wednesday, mercredi. Jeudi is Thursday, jeudi. Notice that J sound, it's like the S in measure, soft, not a hard J. Vendredi is Friday, vendredi. Samedi is Saturday, samedi. And dimanche is Sunday, dimanche. 2 key rules. First, days of the week are not capitalized in French unless they start a sentence. So you write lundi, not lundi. Second, to say on Monday, you use the day alone or adlu for habitual actions. Lundi means on Monday or this Monday. Lu lundi means on Mondays, every Monday. So J calls lundi means I have class this Monday. J calls lu lundi means I have class every Monday. The week in France starts with lundi, not Sunday, so calendars and schedules run Monday to Sunday. Learn them in order and say them out loud. Lundi, mardi, mercredi, jeudi, vendredi, samedi, dimanche. Once you have this, you can make appointments, talk about your schedule, and understand dates. The months in French look familiar because they share Latin roots with English, but the pronunciation and capitalization rules are different. We start with janvier for January, pronounced janvier. Février is February, février. Mars is March, mars. Avril is April, avril. Mai is May, mai. Juin is June, juin. Juillet is July, juillet. Notice Juin and Juillet sound similar. Juin is shorter, Juillet has that extra E at the end. 8 is August, OT. The A and O are silent, so it starts with a vowel sound. September is September, septum. October is October, oktob. November is November, november. And December is December, December. 2 key rules, same as days, months are not capitalized in French. You write janvier, not janvier, unless it starts a sentence. To say, in a month, you use N. So en janvier means in January. J pass N8 means I live in August. To give a date, you say lu plus number plus month. 14 Sierra Leone and Leone's Juliet is July 14th, Bastille Day. But for the first of the month, use premier, not on lu premier ma is May 1st, say them through the year out loud. Janvier, février, mars, avril, mai, juin, juillet, 8, September, October, November, December. Once you have this plus the days and numbers, you can handle any date. The months in French look familiar. Colors in French change form to match the noun, so you have to think about masculine, feminine, and plural. We start with rouge for red, rouge. Blue is blue, blue. Vert is green, vert. Jaune is yellow, jaune. Noir is black, noir. Blanc is white, blonde. Gris is grey, gris. Rose is pink, rose. Orange is orange, orange. Violet is purple, violet. Marron is brown, marron. Here's the key grammar point. most scholars add an E for feminine and an S for plural. So en liva vat becomes en voiture vet. Des livres blues, de voiture blues. But 3 colors break that rule. Orange, maroon, and rose never change. They stay the same whether the noun is masculine, feminine, or plural. You say en voiture orange, not orange. Des chaussures maroon, not marrons. Blanc is irregular too, blanc, blanche, blancs, blanches. Adjective. Family vocabulary is essential because you use it in every intro conversation. Start with the core. La famille means family, FME. Le père is father, père. La mère is mother, mère. Les parents means parents, parents. Le fils is son, fils, and la fille is daughter, fille. Watch that one. La fille also means girl, so context tells you if it's daughter or girl. Le frère is brother, frère. La sœur is sister, sœur, with that French you sound. Les enfants means children, enfant. For grandparents, le grand-père is grandfather, grand-père, and la grand-mère is grandmother, grand-mère. Les grands-parents covers both. Grandchildren flip it. Le petit-fils is grandson, la petite-fille is granddaughter. For aunts, uncles, and cousins, l'oncle is uncle, uncle. La tante is aunt, tante. Le cousin is male cousin, cousin. La cousine is female cousin, cousine. Le neveu is nephew, neveu. La niece is niece, niece. For in-laws, add belle or beau. La belle-mère is mother-in-law. Family vocabulary is essential. These are the nouns you reach for constantly, so learning them with the agenda now saves you confusion later. In your bag or pocket, le téléphone means phone, téléphone. Le portefeuille is wallet, portefeuille. Les clés means keys, clé, always plural. Les lunettes are glasses, lunettes, also always plural. At home, la table is table, table. La chaise is chair, chaise. Le lit is bed, lit, T is silent. La porte is door, port. La fenêtre is window, fenêtre. For work or school, le stylo is pen, stylo. Le crayon is pencil, crayon. Le cahier is notebook, cahier. Le livre is book, livre. L'ordinateur is computer, ordinateur, and notice we use L because it starts with a vowel. In the kitchen, la tasse is cup/mug, tasse. Le verre is glass, verre. Felicitations, you made it through Module 2. Look at what you can do now. You can count from 0 to cent, and you understand why French does math after 69 instead of inventing new words. You can name every day of the week and every month of the year, and you know the rules, no capitals, N for months, LU for habitual days. You can describe colors and make them agree with nouns, even the tricky ones like orange and maroon that never change. You can talk about your family from parents to cousins to in-laws, and you can share your relationship status without guessing. You can point to everyday objects around you and name them with the right gender. Most important, you've seen the core pattern of French, vocabulary plus agreement plus placement rules. Nouns have gender. Adjectives match. Some words go before, some after. Numbers become math problems. None of this is random once you see the system. Your job now is repetition. Use the days when you check your calendar. Count objects to 100. Describe your room with colors. Introduce your family to an imaginary friend. Module 3 will take these building blocks and adverbs so you can start making full sentences about your life. But everything in Module 3 depends on this foundation. Review these slides out loud until Lundi, Mardi, Mercredi feels as natural as Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. You're not memorizing anymore, you're switching your brain to French patterns.